Hey everyone, Michael Huber here with Justin Speer. You had a chance earlier today to do an interview and see a little presentation of Dead Island 2, which had a really cool E3 trailer. What did they show you? What did you see? Tell us everything.
Okay, yeah, so their trailer was pretty good, and they were clearly pretty proud of it. That's the first thing I saw when I went in there, is a slightly extended version. Basically, the guy was like cleaning his teeth and checking his hair, and he just spent a little more time, indulging in his own beauty. But yeah, unfortunately, the game was not playable this show. So what they showed me instead was a combat demo from 2013, and they're like, "This is kind of old, but why would we show you this?"
Yeah,
and
why would they do that?
They said, "You're probably going to ask, why would we show you this? Because this is it's like quite old." But they just wanted to give, I guess, an idea of the flavor of the combat.
Okay.
They had some environmental footage to show me from the new build that looks really good. Maybe it's just not optimized. So they took a sledgehammer, they took a gun, they shot some zombies and smashed them, and it looked pretty much in line with the first Dead Island. I was happy there were no numbers on the screen, although they assured me that there would be numbers flying out of the zombies.
Yeah.
They said you could probably turn them off.
Yeah,
But,
I would really like to know that, to interject. Dead Island 1 was a pretty serious game, and the first trailer where the guy like falls out of the roof and it does slow motion.
Yeah, the tone switch from the trailer.
This tone made it seem like Dead Rising in a sense, just really wacky. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle van shows up at the end. What did they say anything about the tone? Is it going to be just lighthearted more?
Well, they said that these people, essentially the characters that you play, are immune to the virus, and they're staying in the quarantine zone because they like it and they have fun and they feel special and powerful. If a zombie bites them, they're not going to turn to a zombie. So they're like this is like a paradise but full of zombies. But for you, this is a fun place to be.
That's weird, because they showed the guy in the trailer. He clearly has a bite under the wristband, but he pays no mind to it.
Right.
But he said they're immune. Did he not know?
Oh no! I mean, I guess that's
Did he think
when
he
the
was
outbreak.
immune?
He's not a player character. That's his problem. He was born. He drew an unlucky lot when he was born. He's sadly just a self-absorbed douchebag, I guess.
Did they say anything about Jack Black? Because a lot of people were saying that.
They didn't. They didn't. I don't know if it's a sound alike or not.
Yeah.
I didn't think to ask that in an interview. I asked them instead about like game stuff.
Yeah.
But
any other good things?
Yeah, I guess I will tell you that something that they showed for the combat was hitting a zombie in the leg, or shooting a zombie in the leg. It'll kind of turn them around. They stumble, and then you can perform a follow-up attack. So if it's a machete, you jam it through their back for an instant kill, which you can also do if you sneak up on a human. There are human enemies. This time, not a huge surprise. They're kind of like zombies, but they shoot you and yell at you.
So there's gonna be a lot of shooting combat as well.
But another thing they did when they hit the leg, the zombie turns around, and the follow-up blow with the sledgehammer would knock the zombie into the air. And they're like, you could knock a zombie into the air, and then your friend can shoot it with a shotgun. They showed a special fat class zombie, and the way to kill him, they got behind him and staggered him. Similar thing, and just like sliced the top of his head off with an axe. His little brain fell out.
Visually,
and he was dead.
I know it's the old 2013, but did it visually look impressive?
It didn't look bad. I kind of felt like maybe a little bit of a stealth brag that this is an old version of the game. It looks much better now. It didn't look that bad. It looked pretty decent. It ran well. The new footage looks like
what was
the lighting.
New...
The lighting looks really, really good and impressive. They have that really, saturated with light in like California, the sunrise and sunset and all the, dramatic lighting. So it looked pretty good. Although I didn't see any characters moving around in it.
That is what I want from next gen so much, is just lighting. I don't care about resolution and frames per second. I just care about lighting. The lighting was really good. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, they still have XP that you gain. They still have they tease some crazy weapons, like they're motorized weapons you can get that are really powerful, but they create noise and attract more zombies. I didn't really get a hugely in-depth look at it. It's mostly like, hey, we're doing the game. It's a team that did Spec Ops, Jaeger. They're not the guys who did the first Dead Island. They're the guys that, did Did Spec Ops.
Did
So,
Spec
so
Ops,
the original Dead Rising guys are Dying Light.
Yeah.
So it's a little weird to have both the games out there, but it's separate teams.
Yeah.
And those guys are, I guess, kind of just carrying on the direct legacy of the first game. And it looks like they're probably going to do a pretty decent job.
Yeah, the Spec Ops story was, praised by a lot of people. And for this, is that all they said about the story? Just that you're in the quarantine zone?
Right. This, you're immune, you're special. This is your zombie playground vacation from hell that you will like.